Hello everybody and welcome back to the Royal Armouries Home Learning Hub. My name is Chloe and today we are going to be finishing our story of Sir George and the castle. But if you guys remember, I'm unfortunately a very forgetful storyteller, so I'm going to need you story detectives again to help me complete the story. Are you up to the task? You are! Oh, brilliant, fantastic. Well, we first need to put on our story detective's hats, so get your hat, put it on your head, give it a jaunty angle as well. And let's begin our final part of the story. Well, story detectives, we left Sir George in a right old pickle. The dragon had declared that he was now the master of the kingdom and I wanted to go inside the king and queen's castle. But I couldn't remember the next bit of the story, but you detectives sent in your ideas and you said that Sir George would fight the dragon and defend the castle. And I think you're absolutely right. Well done. I knew you'd be the people to ask about this. Well, in front of the dragon, Sir George needed to stand tall and proud. Do you think you could do that as well? Help Sir George be a little bit braver. Come on, stand up for me. Puff your chest. And tell you what, let's show off our muscles again so that Sir George knows to be brave and strong too. All together, after 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, look at those muscles. Go on, give him a kiss for good luck. Mwah, mwah. I think your muscles are a little bit bigger than mine. Well, it's work. Sir George is standing tall and proud in front of the dragon. And he feels so brave that he declares to the dragon, "Dragon, you are not the master of the kingdom. I will never let you in the castle. Go away." Strong words, Sir George. Well done. But the dragon found this quite funny, and that's because Sir George was quite a bit smaller than the dragon. So the dragon let out another evil laugh. Can you help me with the evil laugh again, just like you did last time? You can? Brilliant. All together then, after 3, 1, 2, 3. But whilst the dragon was laughing, Sir George had an idea. He was going to use his weapon to get rid of the dragon. Oh, what's the weapon called, story detectives? It's made from metal. Knights like to use it. It's quite long and it's sharp. Yes, I think you're absolutely right. It's a sword. Oh, well done. So Sir George had his mighty sword in its scabbard on his side, and he took it out with an almighty swoosh. Can you help Sir George with an almighty swoosh? Put your hands to your side. After 3, 1, 2, 3, swoosh. Now the sword needed to go into the dragon's belly. Can you help Sir George poke the dragon in the belly with the sword? All together after 3, 1, 2, 3. But as the sword went into the dragon's belly, the dragon let out a terrifying roar. Do you think you could help me with the roar? I bet you can. All together after 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, as the dragon roared, he flew up into the sky, beating his huge wings. And as the dragon went further and further into the sky, he got angry. And when dragons get angry, they let something out of their mouths. Story detectives, what's it called? It's hot and it's scary. What was that? Brilliant. Yes, you're right. It was fire. He let out a huge plume of red hot fire. Then the dragon moved over to the mountains, beyond the hills, and flew off into the distance, never to be seen again. Well, as the dragon was flying off, never to be seen again, the entire village let out a huge cheer of hooray. Shall we join in with them? Yes. All together after 3, 1, 2, 3, hooray! Now, The king and queen returned to a kingdom that was safe and a castle that had not been taken over by a dragon. And best of all, Sir George was a hero again. Now this is where our story ends, and it finishes with... Oh, it finishes with a sentence. Oh, what's the sentence that finishes stories and fairy tales? What was that? Story detectives, you've done it again, absolutely. The sentence is, and they all lived happily ever after. Should we say it all together? After 3, 1, 2, 3, and they all lived happily ever after. Well, story detectives, I need to say a huge thank you to you for helping me tell the story of Sir George and the castle. Now, the king and queen have actually heard about how helpful you have been to me, and they wonder if you would be able to help them too. They would like to tell Sir George how thankful they are to him by writing lots of thank you letters, and they wondered if you would like to send a thank you letter as well. All you would need to say is that it is to Sir George, say thank you for keeping the kingdom and the castle safe, and say who it is from, which would be you. Now, once you've written these letters, send them in to me and I will make sure they all go off to Sir George with the letters from the king and queen as well. I hope you've enjoyed the story of Sir George and the castle, and I hope to see you next time.